Coach Clinton Mylymok joining me right now. And Coach, a big 4 points this weekend against Northeast. Your observations from the past two games?
Just find a way to get it done. Two kind of different games, but I thought, finding a way is important this time of year, and we're still building to play a little better defensively, but Northeast is a team that kind of can take you out of your defensive structure. But I like the way the guys did find a way to win. I like the way a kid like Bryant Deans comes in and was really solid for us on Saturday. And to be honest, like, he was a difference maker, especially the first period. He was just, they had some really good looks and good opportunities, and he was a rock back there. And he does what he does most of the time is find a way to win. He's a battler, he's a competitor, and he did a great job on Saturday.
And he went through a stretch towards the Christmas break where he had the 6 back-to-back games, I think, due to various illness and injuries. What did you think about his maturity and developing since he just turned 18 years old in his first year of junior?
That's really important for at some point during the season to see what you have, your depth, and go through something like that where you're missing players through injuries, through call-ups, and it's like, here's what we have, and let's see how certain kids react to different pressures. It's different when you go from 10 minutes to 20, or every other game to every game, or every 2 games to every game, and for him, that's experience you can't replicate any other way than being in it. And I thought that helped him a lot. Helped him realize I can carry the mail, and I can do it at this level, and I think it shows, like, in his maturity his last few games.
Sebastian Speck opening the scoring on both nights. I guess, how has he been able to contribute? I mean, we've seen him come in and do his scoring thing, but off the ice and with the guys, how has he been able to contribute off the ice with the rest of the team?
He's been great. I mean, he was a captain in Oklahoma, so for him coming over, it's not always easy to figure things out. You have new coaches, new systems, new teammates, but he's a really intelligent player. I told him, after getting to know him a little bit more, is like the trait he has. One of the traits he has is he's highly intelligent, and I said, share your brain with the others. So that means, when you're on the ice or on the bench, like, explain what you see and keep learning our structure and what we're doing. But when you're on the ice and it's offense, like, you got to share your thoughts, because he is smart. Ryan Bottrell was a kid like that. He was at Clarkson now, but every shift, every practice, every rep, he had a plan. He talked to, it was a 3-on-2. He would have a quick discussion, 2-on-1 drill. He'd have a discussion on the bench in games. He was always reviewing the shifts, talking about what they're trying to do. And that's why, not just him, like, that's why his line seemed to have success. So that's what we want out of Sebastian. And he seems to find, he's got a really good nose for the net. He knows there's certain areas where he needs to improve still, like a lot of guys, and that's away from the puck, but he's working at it. He had a great weekend, and he's a guy that we're going to need moving forward for the stretch run and playoffs.
One of the big things I noticed this weekend was being able to stay out of the penalty box and being able to stay out of the riffraff that could come with Northeast trying to bait some people, and even any team for that matter. How'd you like the response from their team to kind of just stay out of it and play 5-on-5 or even 5-on-4?
Yeah, I thought Northeast, they tried a little bit, but they weren't maybe as abrasive as they would probably want to be, I guess. I thought the referees did a good job understanding how the game's going, and they did let some things go, but they weren't like plays that affected an opportunity to score on man rush. So that usually happens this time of year too. The referees get a little more quiet if you're pretty smart about it, not being silly with your sticks. But that's something we talk about a lot, is discipline. You can't get caught up in the emotions of the game and take bad penalties. And we took a couple, but that's going to happen. And every team's striving for that. Like, the penalties we take need to be aggressive, forecheck type penalties where maybe you get through somebody and it's physical, or saving goals. Other than that, like, we don't want those penalties.
You guys head up to Philadelphia for the last time in the regular season this year. They're fighting for a playoff spot. You guys are fighting for one of the top 2 spots. What's the big message you've been putting towards the team this week?
just reminders of what we're trying to do and how we're trying to keep building our game and get to a certain point before we get to the playoffs. And we don't do a lot of standings watching where we look at the standings and we have to be aware, but we want to focus on us. We also have to understand that Philadelphia is I think 4 points out of a playoff spot, and they have a game in hand on the team they're chasing. So like these are huge. This is their playoffs. Like they've been starting since December trying to get in, and they're right there. So they're well coached. They have some speed. They're another team that can get up the ice pretty quick. So we have to focus on them and understand what's at stake for them, and not match their excitement and intensity. Like we want to kind of set the pace and try and bring that pace and not wait for them to show, hey, this is a big game. Like we want to treat it like a playoff game too, and get ourselves on a bit of a run and a bit of a roll where we feel happy and confident with our game.
Head coach Clinton Mylymok.